We've got ourselves a Chiefs, Bills, Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen matchup in Buffalo for the first time in the postseason. Bills Mafia, stand up. This one's for you. Let's talk about this matchup with Matt Parrino, Bills beat reporter for syracuse.com. Matt, looking good there, man. You look like you're ready to embrace the cold. A playoff game out there in Buffalo. It's on Sunday. Today's Friday. What's the agenda for the Buffalo Bills? And thanks for hopping on with us.
Oh, no problem. It's Fast Friday. So they'll potentially get out on the field for about an hour, final practice, final preparations on the field. And then it's all eyes on Sunday. And to your point, getting a chance to play at home is something that Sean McDermott has talked about year after year since he took over as the head coach in 2017. They get a second home playoff game. And then on Saturday, Bills Mafia is going to be big Houston Texans fans, because then maybe this game will be for a home AFC title game.
Well, let's talk about that because I wanted to get into Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen, but let's stick to this home field advantage. We've seen all on social media, snowbanks, people having to get plowed out just to get down to the stadium. Chiefs are finally headed to Buffalo for a playoff game. How big do you think the home field advantage is going to matter in this one?
I think it's going to be massive because, if you look at the history between these two teams, maybe save for the AFC title game back in 2020, this has been a rivalry that's been so close, and so many games have come down to the final possession, one-score games. And, even if you look back earlier in the season when they played 2017 at Arrowhead, it did come down to one big play. And at Highmark Stadium, this fan base has been waiting to host the Chiefs in the playoffs for 4 years. And so it is going to be rocking in there. It is going to be so loud from start to finish. And it just takes one penalty on a pivotal drive to change the complexion of the game. And to me, that's where it comes into play so much. And Deion Dawkins was talking, the Bills left tackle, yesterday, about how it's nice to see how the Chiefs are going to deal with that instead of the Bills, who are battle tested at this point. They've been in Arrowhead so many times now over the last couple of years. Going on the road feels like home, but now they can kind of settle in front of the home crowd.
The headliner for this matchup, we get the privilege to see Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen. I guess top two, and they're not two with the best matchup when it comes to quarterback play in the NFL. What are your thoughts, man? You think Patrick Mahomes gets affected by it, but Josh Allen has been playing some lights-out football as of late?
Definitely. I mean, listen, for my money, these are the two best quarterbacks in the league. And I think what makes them so special is that even when you think they're out of a game, they have the ability to do things that we haven't seen on a football field before. I mean, these two guys are so special. Joe Burrow's so good. And, CJ Stroud's coming on. He's great. Jalen Hurts. There's so many great quarterbacks. But these two guys, a little bit different, and the rivalry factor is so important to talk about because it feels like the modern day Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. They've gone back and forth. They're 3-3 all time, but Josh Allen has been on the losing end in the playoffs. So the motivation is there, and I feel like this is the most beatable version of the Chiefs to date. Now, the big part to watch in this game when Patrick Mahomes has the ball, the Bills are really banged up on defense. They're probably going to be without Terrell Bernard, their star middle linebacker in the making, who's led the team in tackles. He's had splash plays all over the field. They'll probably be without their number 2 cornerback in Christian Benford. So those are things to watch as you try to bring in new pieces in a game against one of the scariest offenses in the league.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is one of those quarterbacks that can make a receiver. They also have Travis Kelce, who is a TE1, but also a receiver one. I want to see that. I think the Chiefs are going to run the ball at the Bills, but Patrick Mahomes with the ball in his hands is like magic. It's going to be interesting to see this one at Highmark. Last but not least, man, the Bills, they kind of started off slow. There were some inconsistencies there. How do they keep this run going? Because outside of the Dallas Cowboys, when it comes to the playoffs, the Buffalo Bills are like the AFC version of the Dallas Cowboys. What's it going to take for them to finally get over the hump?
I think it comes down to Josh Allen putting in the kind of performance week in and week out the rest of the way like he had last week. 4 total touchdowns, but the real important number is 0 turnovers. And to me, you look at this, that was only the 4th time this season that's happened in a game where Josh Allen didn't have a single turnover in a ball game. When they do that, they're so hard to beat because if they get up ahead of you and they're not making mistakes and giving you extra chances, it's hard to keep up with them. And Sean McDermott made a move when they were sitting there at 6-6 off that loss to the Denver Broncos. He fired Ken Dorsey and he promoted Joe Brady. And since then, this Bills offense is averaging almost 8 points per game more. They're more effective in both parts of the game. They're running the ball better. James Cook has really come on. He had his career-defining performance against the Dallas Cowboys a little over a month ago. So now they're multi-dimensional. It's almost like the vision that Sean McDermott's been talking about has been realized. They're on a heater right now. They're playing the best football of the season. They have more ways to win. And then when you talk about defending the run, last week against Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, two of the most dynamic young running backs in the NFL, the Bills basically shut them down. So I think in this game, that's where it starts. You try to take Isaiah Pacheco out of the game, and then you play your scheme, what Sean McDermott does so well, send some blitzes, play, marry the rush and the coverage together, try to turn the ball over a couple times, and rely on your superhero quarterback.
Well, we're going to be locked to our TV Sunday at 6:30 p.m. This one's going to be an instant classic, I feel like. Matt, tell the people where they can find you so they can keep up with the coverage.
Yeah, I'm at Matt Parrino, MattParrino, over on Twitter. That's where all of my content will be. We have 4 podcasts out this week. We got another live show. If you're coming in for the game, come out to Wingnuts in Amherst on Saturday night. We're going to be doing it live, but if you can't come, you still watch it. It'll be streamed on YouTube.
Yeah, make sure you tip your barber too, man. You got your camera ready today. Make sure. Thanks for hopping on with us, bro.
Thanks, brother.